The history of Juneteenth begins long before June 19th, 1865. Some 246 years before, in August of 1619, a ship, the White Lion, transporting more than 20 enslaved Africans, arrived in the English colony of Virginia. America had not yet become America, but this was the moment the great experiment began. No aspect of the country that would be formed here has been untouched by the 250 years of slavery that followed. On Freedom's Eve, or the eve of January 1st, 1863, the first watch night services took place. On that night, enslaved and free African Americans gathered in churches and private homes all across the country, awaiting news that the Emancipation Proclamation had taken effect. At the stroke of midnight, prayers were answered as all enslaved people in Confederate states were declared legally free. Only through the 13th Amendment did emancipation end slavery throughout the United States. Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. But not everyone in Confederate territory would immediately be free. Even though the Emancipation Proclamation was made effective in 1863, it could not be implemented in places still under Confederate control. As a result, in the westernmost Confederate state of Texas, enslaved people would not be free until much later. Freedom finally came on June 19, 1865, exactly 2 years, 5 months, and 18 days, or 900 days total, when some 2,000 Union troops led by Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston Bay, Texas. The Army announced that the more than 250,000 enslaved Black people in the state were free by executive decree. This day, June 19th, became known as Juneteenth by the newly freed people in Texas, Freedom Day. The post-emancipation period known as Reconstruction, 1865 to 1877, marked an era of great hope, uncertainty, and struggle for the nation as a whole. Formerly enslaved people immediately sought to reunify families, establish schools, run for political office, push radical legislation, and even sue slave owners for compensation. Given the 200 plus years of enslavement, such changes were nothing short of amazing. Not even a generation out of slavery, African Americans were inspired and empowered to transform their lives and their country. Juneteenth marks our country's second Independence Day. The historical legacy of Juneteenth shows the value of never giving up hope in uncertain times. In 1979, Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday. Several others followed suit over the years. In June 2021, Congress passed a resolution establishing Juneteenth as a national holiday. President Biden signed it into law on June 17, 2021.
Join the Westchester community as we celebrate unity, community, and understanding. The Juneteenth planning partners believe that our stories are most truly told not alone, but in open, patient collaboration with one another. Even though there is still so much work to do, Juneteenth should serve as a reminder that it is up to all of us to be part of the solution.